Hello, everyone. It's the Conscious Culinary Podcast. I'm your host, Chef Tracy Clark. This is our first episode of 2021. How exciting. But before we get started, do me a favor. Picture this, if you will, okay? So picture you are sitting at a dinner table. It's gorgeous, okay? It's all set, the beautiful china, all of the platters are filled with your favorite food, and the wine glasses are tall and they're filled, and there's a water pitcher on the table. It's gorgeous. There's a big candelabra. It's got all these tall candles and they're lit, and it's just beautiful, right? And you're like, yes, let's have dinner. And then this guy comes along and he's like, hey, you want to see a trick? And you're like, where are you from? I don't know. You seem crazy. And he says, yes, let me show you a trick. And you're like, I really just want to eat my dinner. And then he says, no, I show you this trick. You're going to love it. And he goes and he moves in and he just grabs the very edge of your red and white checkered tablecloth. And he gives you a look. And you're like, I know where he's going with this, right? You guys know where you're going? You're sitting there and he gives you a look and he kind of winks and you're like, no. He's like, yes, I'm going to do it. And you're like, this guy is going to try and rip this tablecloth off. That trick where you rip it off super fast and then everything else just stays put, right? And you're like, okay, I've seen this trick, but I don't know. And he's looking at you and he's like, yes, we're going to do it. And you're like, no, I don't want to do this. It's not going to be good. He's like, yes, it's going to be great. And we're like, okay. And then a part of you almost gets a bit hopeful and you're like, maybe he's going to do it. He might do it. Oh my God, this guy's going to do it. Okay. And he goes, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And he rips it off. And everything on the table goes everywhere, and it's everywhere, and it's all gone. And you're like, what the heck happened? That was 2020.
Yeah.
That was 2020. You know, back in March, we were like, this is going to be bad, but I don't know. Let's just take a beat. We'll all go home. We'll chill out for a bit and we'll get through this. It'll be great. No, it wasn't. Everybody is in the restaurant picking up their food off the ground, looking at each other going, WTF, what happened? Right? And there's really no way to get that dinner put back on the table, right? It's time to make something else for dinner. And I think a lot of people in the country are feeling that. It's been a rough year. We're changing it up. We're working from home. We're homeschooling. We're closing businesses. We're starting businesses. And I think out of the half of Americans that usually make New Year's resolutions, I think we're going to increase that number this year because a lot of people are motivated to move forward in a new, better way, right? Our dinner is on the floor. It's time to clean up and make something else for dinner. So that's why I put this show together. It's called Setting Intentions. And I asked these 5 lovely ladies to come and join me because, and if there was ever a better example of how your vibe attracts your tribe, this is it. I mean, here I started Conscious Culinary because I really wanted to help people, give them the tools to change their relationship with food, add meditation to their life so that they can cultivate the life that they want. And all of these ladies are doing very similar things with their passion. They all kind of have a different arena of health covered here. And so when we're all together, it's like we're the Avengers, you guys, fighting illness and disease. It's really cool. So I'm going to do a quick introduction of these ladies so you can get to know who they are, but I'm going to let them talk to you a little bit more about their business and how they embrace the new year. And then we're all going to dive in a little bit deeper about what it is to set intentions for the year and what it is to set some goals and how we can be more successful in that, because we really want to make 2021 a good year, right? I keep saying 2020, 21. 2020 just comes out too easy. So joining me today, I have Kerry Phillips. Dr. P is in the house. She's a naturopath and she has her own practice. It's called Blue Spark. It's right across the Pretty Bridge. We have Amanda Malarkey. She's a yoga instructor, everything from postpartum yoga all the way through yoga and beer. So she does it all. We have Melissa Reese. She has Harbor Total Fitness. She's doing a gym out of her garage. She helps her clients with nutrition and meal planning as well. We have Kristen Barrett. She has Epic Health here in Gig Harbor. She focuses on the gut. She does a lot of testing and analysis to help people really pinpoint just what their health issues are so that they can get on that road to recovery. And then we have Megan Bryant. She's the owner of Fit for Mom. That is a program that offers a lot of different fitness classes for moms at all stages of pregnancy. If you've heard of Stroller Strides, that's kind of one of their most popular programs. And I would definitely say that that is what gave me a life in Gig Harbor. It saved me. It gave me a lot of friends. It gave me a social calendar. So I'm a big fan. So, I mean, look at, we've got like everything covered. We've got the fitness, we've got the yoga, we've got our doctor, we've got our nutritionist. Like we have everything here, you guys. We've got it covered. So I'm going to start just with how you guys are on the screen here. We're going to kick it over to Dr. Kerry Phillips and tell us a little bit more about Blue Spark and how you celebrate the new year.
Sure. So I'm Dr. Kerry Phillips. Hello. I'm a licensed naturopath in the state of Washington and a clinical herbalist registered with the American Herbalist Guild. I started Blue Spark just over 1 year ago. Before that, I did a residency at Emerald City Naturopathic Clinic in Seattle. I have a neuromuscular massage therapist with me at the clinic and soon hopefully adding a hypnotherapist. So looking forward to that. I practice mostly primary care using homeopathy, hydrotherapy, botanical medicine, obviously, and a lot of energetic hands-on body work and shamanic medicine as well. Newly, I added some anti-aging treatments using microneedling skin pen. So my ritual for the new year, something we've done for years at my family, is right around the winter solstice. We like to celebrate the changing of the seasons and the shifting of the light and the dark. And something we like to do, we sit down as a family and we write out our intentions for the new year. So our goals and our wishes, aspirations, and then we put them on paper. We all do it independently, and we seal it, and then we put it in our safe for 1 year. And then we call it our time capsule. I don't really know why it's not really a time capsule, but that's what we do. And so it's just kind of that in the back of our minds all year, and we work towards that. And then the next year we open it up and revisit it and see what we've kind of worked on or not, and how we want to shift that and change it. So that's a family ritual that we continue to do. And we've done that with you guys. And
Carrie's my neighbor. So we've definitely sat out on the front stoop and done some wish paper together, which is great. Thank you for being here, Kerry. You guys go check out her practice. I mean, it sounds like you do a little bit of everything over there. So Blue Spark, other side of Purdy Bridge. Miss Amanda Malarkey, welcome. Tell us a little bit more about what you're doing with your beautiful yoga.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. I am a healer. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful girls, which I'm currently homeschooling. One is 6 months old, 8 and 6. And I run a company called Live Wellness, kind of taking a break right now with the new babe, but actually offering starting next week. Teach yoga. I teach workshops with Ayurveda and yoga. I also lead retreats in Costa Rica and Zion currently. Again, 2020 has been a break, 2021. I also work with individuals to coach them to live their vision, to just get that energy and that spark back inside of them to live the life that they've dreamed of, the life that they vision. And I love it. That's like what I'm born to do, and that's what I do. Currently, let's see, New Year's resolutions. We as well celebrate a winter solstice and intention setting. Always doing 108 sun salutations, either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, to bring in the new year. And my children and I are currently, I've created a calming corner where we talk about what we're grateful for and what might be bothering us. So we're talking about all the feelings, right? The good, the bad, like all of it. Yeah, so that's something new as well for our family that we are going in with consistency.
I like it. Thank you, Amanda. Thanks for being here. Melissa, you're up next. Tell us a little bit more about Harbor Total Fitness.
Yes, good morning. You sparked something, Amanda. I'm currently pregnant with my 3rd, and I have 2 girls, and I'm like, oh God, 3 girls. I don't know what I'm having. It's a surprise. But when you said that, I was like, oh, that could be my reality. Not that that's a problem, but 3 girls just seems like a lot. Yes, I've been in the fitness and nutrition industry for almost 11 years. I was in direct sales prior, and then when that kind of went away, I decided to branch off and do my own coaching business. So I help people with nutrition, with fitness, accountability, goal setting, kind of the whole gamut of everything. And being pregnant this time and being a wired competitive athlete with CrossFit, I picked up a postpartum pregnancy athleticism program to be able to help moms who are pregnant with mom brain, mind brain, athlete brain, how to tweak and move without thinking that your ego is gone, and just being able to teach them kind of different movements postpartum as well and during pregnancy. So that's something I've been working on as I've been pregnant. I'm due in April. So that's been kind of something fun that I've added to the nutrition part, and being an accountability coach to people. Sometimes not everybody needs a meal plan. They just need somebody to hold them accountable. And that's my favorite part about what I do. For our, New Year's resolution, one, if I'm totally organic and honest, I have a swear jar. I have a really bad mouth. And so I literally am going to be better. So that's one. Two, we just set intentions as well. So, I don't necessarily be like at the end of the year, I need this to happen. Just being mindful of certain changes that I want within my being a mom, being a wife, being a friend, as a business owner, just setting positive intentions instead of getting into anything negative or, comparing how everybody can do, just try to be as positive as I can be moving throughout the year. So instead of having some goal or deadline, I like to just set intentions throughout the day. But the swear jar is at least one thing that I do have.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for being here, Melissa. Kristen, you're up next. Tell us a little bit more about Epic Health.
Yes. Hi, I am a functional nutritional therapy practitioner, and I really focus primarily on gut health. And I do some hormone work as well, but I'm very obsessed with the gut itself. And so originally I just started helping people based on like whole food nutrition and foundational things. But this last year I really doubled down on my business and on myself and on my clients. And I went all in and I invested in pretty big way. And so now I'm able to run functional lab work. So it's just such such an amazing layer of what I've added to what I can offer my clients. So that's where I'm at right now. So I do a lot of gut testing, food sensitivity testing, like really detailed, customized work. And then I build protocols and we work on, swapping things out and rebuilding your life based around all of these changes that need to take place. So that's where I'm at passion-wise. I am definitely filling my purpose in the world because women's lives are literally changed through food. I mean, it's amazing. So as far as intentions go, I every year think I'm gonna, have this big grandiose idea of how this is gonna play out. But really what happens is that I survive through Christmas, and then that last week of December is just like crash course of like, okay, now I'm moving into the new year. So I also write a letter to myself for 2021, but instead of talking about intentions, I write like a future letter to myself where I actually talk about all of the things that I experienced and how that felt and what that looked like. Like I get in my feelings, I get deep, I'm very descriptive, and then read, right? So this, coming New Year's Eve or whatever, I'll read what I wrote a few weeks ago and I'll see like what, so that's what I do. I also do sun salutations, but I do those on the solstice. So it's a little bit earlier in the month, but
yeah, I love that, Kristen. That's great visualization. That's a really good tool.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. And finally, Miss Megan with Fit for Mom. How you doing?
Doing all right. Thanks, Tracy, for having me on the show. Really nice to hear from all the other ladies here. I think that my business brings a unique perspective where I'm focused on holistic wellness. So even though it is Fit for Mom, I like to bring in little bits and pieces of meditation or nutrition or even community, right? And I think the community is the biggest benefit that we have in Fit for Mom, because we're able to bring moms together at a really critical time in their life, where especially new moms don't have this community that they can lean on for support. They really don't know what they're doing. And motherhood, especially as a new mom, is and can be very isolating. And so to be able to have this tribe and this community that you can come together with and experience that with together is so great for like that mental wellness aspect, right? And then you add the physical wellness there too, and then bits and pieces of nutrition and helping moms just to, make their way through those challenging first months of postpartum and then beyond, right? And then it kind of catches on and you're part of this tribe and you want to be able to embark that wisdom on new moms coming in. So you may be even 2 years or 3 years postpartum, but giving what you've experienced and embarking your wisdom on new moms coming through, it continues to keep moms in the program and motivated and going through. And so I'd say we're focused on kind of holistic wellness, not any one piece in particular, but we do offer a bunch of different fun classes. So from bringing the babies with you to our stroller strides, our stroller bar class now, and even beyond, where we have just mama only programs focused on strength training as well as HIIT training. So it's a lot of fun, caters to a bunch of different styles. And we have tons of instructors too. Some of them are harder than others. Some of them catered to newer moms. Maybe you haven't worked out in a long time or ever. We've got it for everyone. So yeah, it's a lot of fun and yeah, just a great community there.
What have you been doing for your New Year's? Do you do any rituals or?
No, I don't actually ever set New Year's resolutions, although I have business goals, I would say. So within my business, I certainly want to be able to build a community of moms this year and really make an impact in terms of wellness for those moms. So I think that's my goal for this year. And personally, I would like to be a mom again. So I am hoping to get pregnant again this year, and that will be up to whether that happens or not. But yes, I would love that. So my passions in life, being a mom for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I love hearing that. And best of luck to you this year. I wanted to point out we're all moms. We are collectively moms to 11 girls and 3 boys.
Wow. Girl
so
power.
We'll see where Melissa's new one's going to weigh in here, what side it's going to take. But before we move forward, we're going to dive in deeper. I'm going to ask you all some questions about just how to help people out when they're going through their own New Year's process. But Melissa, you touched on something, and I wanted to reiterate because this is definitely how I see moving forward and why I called this program or this episode Setting Intentions, because really I think that term setting intentions just hints at the fact that it's not all our own plan, right? We can have the best of intentions, but there is a plan for us. We do have strengths, and the universe wants to see us using those strengths and doing what we're best at. And sometimes we're not quite sure of what that is. And we have to move forward, yes, with our goals, right? Little goals help create better behavior and can lead us to what it is that our intentions are. But really, it's just that setting intentions of saying, what is it that you want to create? What are the feelings you want to create? That's why I loved what you said, Kristen, about writing down how you feel about what you're going to do in the future. All of that is just so powerful in teaming you up with the universe and saying, yes, I'm going to go forward. Yes, I have goals. Yes, there's things I want, but I'm going to set the intention because I'm open to walking this journey not alone, right? I understand there's another plan, and I'm open to the fact that I might not be on the right one right now. So that's why I like saying it's setting intentions. We want to move forward, but we have to be, we have to work together with what the universe wants for us. So overall, when we're starting off with New Year's and we're like, this is what we want, Melissa, I'm going to kick this over to you. How do we know that we're making the right goal? What if we're confused about what we even want?
I think that's where, I don't know if this will sound cheesy or not, but I think a lot of times, especially doing this for almost 11 years, it's I want to lose weight, I want to look really good, I have a vacation, I have something, and it's always for something. I want to be cute in a bikini for Hawaii, or I want to lose 10 pounds for this. And when you set goals or intentions based off something, not that that's not deep, but it's not like deep. It's kind of shallow, right? Like, is it going to really get you out of bed at 4 a.m. because you want to look good in a bikini? Probably not. It's got to be something that like hits you hard to where, if it was working step by step, well, why is bikini important? Well, I've been overweight for this many years. Okay, well, why is being overweight something that you want to change? Well, my mom or dad were really overweight and they're obese and they have health problems. So it's getting into like the layers of why someone wants to lose weight or gain weight or work out, whatever it is, because that's the emotional attachment that's going to get somebody up and to get somebody going. And so when you have it very, not that I want to say superficial, but I mean, I've even said like, oh, I want to look good for whatever. I'm like, that's not going to get me anywhere. Why am I wanting to do that? It's going to help you create a pattern or steps or accountability to continue to fulfill that, or it's just going to be kind of this whatever loofy thing that you want to do. But when you really set an intention with it of, my parents have been overweight my whole life. I've seen their struggles. I feel like I'm on that path. I want to lose 50 pounds, not just because I want to look good, but I want to be healthy. And I need to be healthy for XYZ. When you tie an emotion to it, I feel that your goal setting or how you achieve that, you're going to more likely continue on to like succeed in that, as opposed to just having it be very off the top of your head.
Yeah, exactly. Find your why. That's a lot of things. That's a way that I put it. You've got to find your why, because sometimes it can seem like that's the goal. Maybe something that's a little bit more easily attained. I just want to look good, but then you start looking and it's like there's a rooted issue here, and if we can tap into that, which kind of leads me to my next question, and I'll kick it over to Amanda. Amanda, what do you think it is that, because we all can maybe find that reason. Okay, well, I guess this is really the underlying reason for my goals, but what do you think it is, Amanda, that makes somebody go, today's the day I'm actually going to do it. Today's the day I'm going to go for it. Like what is it that gives us that?
Yeah, I think your why has to be way bigger than your why not. You have to recognize if you're not doing the things, what is your life like, right? What is not going to change versus what is going to change. There has to be an inherent drive, and there's all of this, and I've seen it time and again that I want to do this. I've been saying this for years. And what stops those people from actually stepping into it, right?
Yeah.
From putting on that sports bra, the workout pants, whatever it might be, if you're going in for a workout, it's discipline. You have to bring in the emotions, bring in the feels, but be disciplined. And with that, accountability is going to help you so much. Getting a partner, getting a coach, whatever that might be. And then self-inquiry. I mean, you already said this. Why are we doing this? Why does this? And it's not, yes, this is your body, this is your vessel, but getting deep inside of your soul, like this is your life right now. How do we want to feel right now on planet Earth while we're here? Okay. And then within all of that, consistency has to be consistent. You just have to do it every day, every week, whatever that is.
Keep making that choice. You got to keep making that same choice.
Yep.
Now, I love that. And you did mention, sometimes it's about getting a coach, and that's what, all of us here, we're kind of in a way, some of us literally call ourselves a coach and some of us don't, but in a way, we're all here to try to help people to reach their goals. And so, Kristen, I'm going to kick this over to you. When is it time to get a coach? When do you think it's time for people to go, hey, you know what? I think this is definitely something I need to start investing in. Is there a time, or is it like a good time anytime? What would you recommend?
Well, I think to be really frank and honest and tough love, if you have a goal or an intention or a life change you want to make, if you could have done it on your own, you would have already done it on your own. So I think there has to be a level of getting sick of your own bullshit, frankly, of like, circling the wagon and like, attempting and failing. And failing is great, by the way. Like every failure is worth something. So I'm not saying failure is always just failure, but there has to be a level that you can understand, like, okay, enough is enough. I'm sick of this. Like, I now need to bring in a professional to help turn this thing around. And as far as like, well, in my work specifically, it's like, I compress time. I help you quit chasing symptoms around your body. You've been through the system for long enough. You're sick of it. And now you want a roadmap, and you want somebody to hold your hand and explain the roadmap. How are we going to get to point A to point B? So when you're ready to take action, this is a logical step for you. When you found your why and you get it, now we're moving in. Now we're going in hard. Now we're going to put in the work. Yeah. That's when you can hire a coach.
Yeah. No, I like that. I definitely feel like we understand if we're starting a business, you have the business consultants and the marketing consultants and the graphic designers, because you can't do it alone. But it's the same when it comes to health. There's so many aspects of health, mind, body, soul. Sometimes we do need that person to come in and go, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, if people are going, okay, I just generally want to be healthier. I think that's a big one for a lot of people coming out of 2020. They're like, we really want to improve our immune system. We just want to do better overall. And they almost don't even know what that looks like. So I'm going to kick this one over to Dr. Phillips here. Kerry, can you tell us, like, in your opinion, what are some of like the top 3 things that people could start doing in their life this year, today, that are really going to have the best effect on their overall health?
Yeah, I was thinking about this and thinking about the reflecting on the year. And I think that this year has definitely shown us now more than ever that we need to take care of ourselves. And 3 fairly straightforward things that I would suggest are just sitting down when you eat so that you can actually digest your food properly. So just, we're all busy moms, as you said, and we're always catering to everybody else at the table. So when you're running around and you're putting food in your mouth, you're really not digesting that as well as you could be. And 2, I would say avoid eating inflammatory foods. As Kristen talked about, and many of you, there's a lot of different resources for if you're not tuned in to how you're digesting, then find somebody who can help you with that. There's a lot of testing, there's a lot of evaluations that can be done, but just stop eating inflammatory foods for you, whatever that is. And the 3rd thing, I would say, just get outside. If you're walking, if you're just sitting on the earth, whatever, however you feel called to do that, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but just breathing fresh air, moving your body, and just connecting again. So those are my 3 suggestions.
Those are great. Those are really good. I'm so happy with what you said. I'm like, that's so perfect. That's something that I also today could take and remind myself. I was eating breakfast standing up this morning going, Tracy, sit down. Sit down. But
People
you know,
dashboard lunches, all of those things. I mean, I'm guilty too, but
yeah,
they're not helping any of us.
no. And the thing about it, it's like, you know, there's so many different ways that we can tackle our health, you know, signing up for the yoga, doing the CrossFit, you know, getting with a personal coach, looking at our nutrition. But there's a lot of other ways too that we can bring joy to our life. And like Kerry, you kind of touched on that. Like sometimes it's just about getting outside, taking care of yourself, sitting down to enjoy a meal. You know, there's ways that we can bring happiness and connectedness into our life. And when we do that, it's easier to then make other choices through love and support and happiness, because that's just what we're experiencing. So this next question, I'm going to kick down to Megan, because I feel like Fit for Mom for One is a perfect answer to this question. But how can we reach out and find support in other areas? Like Fit for Mom's great, you know, because then we can come to the class, it gets us out of the house. What are some other ideas that we could kind of expand this holistic approach to life and say, where can I actually reach for more support, not just the diet, not just the fitness?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one thing that I had to go on a journey in order to discover. And there is really so much power in the power of connection, right? And it heals depression, it heals loneliness. Finding somebody you can relate to and finding your place in life and not feeling like, oh, I'm the only one experiencing this, or I'm the only one going through it. And there's something so powerful and healing about knowing that there's others out there just like you. And I think the power of Fit for Mom, and that we're all moms and maybe even starting out on a new journey that's so unknown to us, knowing that there's somebody out there that has gone through that, or that there's resources out there and we're not alone, that alone it's a click, it's a mind shift. And you're like, wait, I do have a purpose in life. I do feel like I belong. Even if I thought that I was alone, I'm not. And I'll just leave it by saying we are so much more alike than we even could imagine, right? All of us as humans, we are so alike. We are going through the same struggles. And it's just out there talking, opening up about it, and really embracing it.
Yes. Oh, look at this panel of ladies I put together. This is amazing. Now I want to go, we are like right at 30 minutes, which was really good for us because we kind of got through the content, but I do want to go over real quick, and I want everybody to share what is something, maybe it wasn't a New Year's resolution, but what is something that you have changed in your life and now you are doing better? I want to know the success story, right? What is something that you have done to change your life. And now you are doing better. One thing that I'll start off while you guys are thinking, one thing that I'm really proud of myself is that I am consistently starting the day off with hot water and lemon. Only took me about 2 years of trying to integrate it into my life. And I'm finally taking that time to get up. Like if I wake up and the babies aren't awake, I have a 1 and 3-year-old. So last night was actually my first full night's sleep in 2 years. So that was amazing. But that was a big thing, was just being able to get up and not wait for the baby to cry. Just get up and go out and have some hot water and lemon and sit and look at my fire and just like embrace the day and be like, I'm here. I'm ready to make good choices. I'm not just going to wait for someone to drag me out of bed. I'm getting out of bed and I'm going to go forth and make it a good one. So really happy about that. I'm going to start in the same cycle. So we'll start up with Dr. Phillips. Let me know, what's something you've done better?
What have I done better? I would say, I think something I'm proud of that we do is grow our some of our own food. So that's, I like to recommend people grow 3 things. If there's just 3 things they can grow on their own, that's a good start. So that's sort of a labor of love, and there's a little bit of research, and then it's unique to your own climate and your own soil, and so it takes some work, but I think the benefits are really outweigh that.
Yeah, I've seen the farm grow. I've seen it grow from across the street. Amanda, what are you doing better?
I think the most recent transition has been homeschooling. And so I feel that I'm full on surrendering to it, taking it on, rather than the kids being in remote learning in front of a screen and not get, at least my kids are not getting the richness of togetherness, education, all that. And through that, the homeschooling is taking the projects that I have and including the children. So that is the one thing, is just instead of it being like, oh, this is my project. No, it's something we're all going to learn together and embody and embrace together. And there's so much more richness being learned and skills being learned there.
No,
I'm
I
really
love that. Melissa, what about you?
I am not a very good reader. So that is something that I'm doing this year, as in just getting better at it. It's just something that it's hard. I don't know if my mind's everywhere always, but just sitting down and reading something is really tough for me to do. And so finding things that I bring enjoyment and things like that, that's something that I've been doing, even if it's as simple as even audio to start. Like I know goals, you got to kind of start small. That's something that I'm getting better at. And I've consistently, which I still continue this year, see a therapist. I have horrible anxiety. So that's something that I'll continue with, and something that I think each year you have the choice to do or not to do. And I think you can work out your body, but working out your mind is something I'm super passionate about, and I'm thankful that I have that for that reason. So those 2 things, I think, are in ballpark of where I'm at.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. Kristen, how about you? What are you doing better?
Mine's easy, and not easy, hard, but simple to think of. I quit drinking alcohol, and oh my gosh. And if you are listening, and if that strikes you in any way, I would say listen to that intuition of yours. If you know that that's keeping you from anything positive in your life, go there, because honestly, that's completely turned so many things around in my life. Business-wise, my role as a mom, the way I show up for myself on every single level. So that hands down has been the best decision I made.
I love it. Definitely an inspiration to me. And Megan, finally, what are you doing better?
I think I'm being intentional in my routine, right? And that goes first and foremost to say I'm setting aside time for myself. I think we can all relate as moms that we kind of put ourselves by the wayside. And I'll say that in putting time to myself and designating it in my schedule, I found this new love for myself and this new love for life, right? And I look forward to even those 5 minutes that I get my tea alone, or getting a Epsom salt bath once a week and so forth. But I had to be intentional about putting that into my routine and really grow that over time and get consistency. But it's been amazing.
Oh, I love that. That's so important. Yes. And next month, we're going to be diving into self-love and we're going to talk all about taking care of yourself and really nourishing your body, but nourishing, the outside of your body and every part of your body and really just showering yourself with love. So thank you for highlighting that. Now, quickly, I'm going to go around and I just want you to let people know if they've liked what they heard, how they can possibly get in touch with you or where you are around, whether it's social media, your website, or where you're located, just what you want to tell people if they want to find out more about you. Kerry, I'll start with you. I know your practice Blue Spark is over the bridge, over the Purdy Bridge.
Yeah. So my address is Gig Harbor, but it's in Wana, the neighborhood of Wana. bluesparkhealth.com is my website, and I can be emailed at drphillips@bluesparkhealth.com.
All right. Thank you. Amanda, how can we find you?
Yeah, I am in Washington as well in Camas, but you can find me on livewellness.com, and that's LYV, that stands for Live Your Vision, livewellness.com. And now on the 20th, I'm starting a Revive Yourself daily practice, 1 hour a day, 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. live, mantra, meditation, and movement. So that's what I've got coming up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Melissa, where do we find you?
I am in Gig Harbor as well. I do have an office, but also can do Zooms or in person if people's what they're comfortable with. But you can find me on my website. On my website, I have my icons for my Facebook and my Instagram, so you can click on those. But it's just harbortotalwellness.com, and then you can find all of me on social media and all of that through that website.
Harbor Total Wellness. I think I said fitness before, so make sure you don't listen to me. Harbor Total Wellness.
I didn't even touch it, so you're fine.
Kristen, what about you?
I am here in Gig Harbor, but I do everything virtual now. Thank you, COVID. It's actually been the biggest blessing to my business because I have clients all over the country. So the name of my business is Epic Health, and you can find me on the social media and website platforms, epichealthllc.com. And my email is kristen@epichealthllc.com. So yes, I'd love to hear from anybody.
Love it. And Megan, where do we find more about Fit for Mom?
So we are in both Tacoma and Gig Harbor, and we have our website at tacoma.fitformom.com. You can find all the details on there, or you can always email me. We're also on Instagram and Facebook, so come check us out. And we're starting a new program the 25th of this month. It's a Body Well program, so it includes like nutrition recipe elements as well as accountability and small group accountability as well. So yeah, check us out.
Awesome. And of course, consciousculinary.org. You can always go to my website too. I'm doing a really fun 10-day program. It's totally free. It is called Setting Intentions. It starts on the 18th. So we're about 4 days away from that. And you just sign up. Like I said, it's totally free. Sign up and every day you'll get an email. And that's going to give you one very simple healing recipe to try. It might be like a tea or something. And then you're going to get one mindful practice. It could be a guided meditation, maybe a journaling workshop, or a yoga flow from Miss Amanda herself. So that's really exciting to have that pairing and the collaboration. So sign up for the free 10-day Setting Intentions. Take all of this amazing information that these ladies have shared with us and put it to good use. Let's make the most of 2021. And this is definitely kind of one of my intentions for the year. Teamwork makes the dream work, is just bringing the ladies together and standing on the shoulders of each other, right? And just supporting so that we all can be successful in what we're trying to do, which is raise the vibration of humanity, right? Get everybody living their dream and making the world a better place. So thank you so much for being here. That's all we got for you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, everyone.
Tracy.